Ever find those little bits of money lingering in your bank account after you've paid the bills and bought groceries? Those seemingly insignificant amounts that just sit there? What if I told you that those tiny fragments of your finances could actually start building your future? Think about it. That $1.37 left over from your morning coffee, the $2.12 change from your lunch, the 88 cents when you paid for that online subscription. Individually, they don't seem like much. They might as well be invisible. But what if you could gather all those digital pennies, those forgotten nickels and dimes, and put them to work? That's where Acorns comes in. It's an app designed to take those small, often overlooked amounts of money and automatically invest them for you. No complicated spreadsheets, no hours of research, just a simple and intuitive way to start growing your wealth, bit by bit. Now, you might be thinking, invest? With spare change? Isn't investing for people with lots of money? And that's a common misconception. The traditional image of a Wall Street investor, poring over stock charts and making huge trades, can feel intimidating and out of reach for most of us. But the reality is, investing has become increasingly accessible, and Acorns is a prime example of that democratization. Imagine a jar sitting on your counter. Every time you have spare change, you toss it in. Over time, those small coins add up. Acorns works on a similar principle, but instead of a physical jar, it's a smart app that rounds up your everyday purchases to the nearest dollar and invests that difference. It's like having a virtual change jar that actively works to grow your money. So, how exactly does this magic happen? Let's dive into the nuts and bolts of using Acorns to invest your spare change. First things first, you'll need to download the Acorns app, which is available on both iOS and Android. The sign-up process is straightforward. You'll be asked for some basic personal information, like your name, email address, and date of birth. You'll also need to link a funding source, typically your checking account. This is how Acorns will track your purchases and round them up. Once your account is set up and linked, you'll be asked to choose an investment portfolio. Now, this might sound a little daunting, but Acorns makes it incredibly simple. They offer a range of pre-built portfolios based on different risk tolerances. Are you comfortable with potentially higher ups and downs for the chance of greater long-term growth? Or do you prefer a more conservative approach with less volatility? Acorns will ask you a few questions about your financial goals and risk tolerance and then recommend a portfolio that aligns with your preferences. These portfolios are typically made up of exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. Think of an ETF like a basket of different stocks or bonds. Instead of buying individual stocks, which can be riskier, you're investing in a diversified collection, which helps to spread out the risk. Acorns handles all the complexities of buying and selling these ETFs for you, automatically. Now, let's talk about the core feature, roundups. Once your account is linked, Acorns will monitor your transactions. Let's say you buy a coffee for $3.65 using your linked debit card. Acorns will automatically round that purchase up to the nearest dollar, in this case, $4. The 35 cents difference is then recorded as a potential investment. These roundups accumulate until they reach at least $5. Once you hit that $5 threshold in your pending roundups balance, Acorns will automatically transfer that amount from your linked bank account to your investment account and invest it according to your chosen portfolio. You don't have to do anything. It's completely automated. But roundups are just the beginning. Acorns offers several other ways to boost your investments. One popular feature is Multiply. This allows you to set a multiplier for your roundups. Instead of just rounding up to the nearest dollar, you can choose to round up by 2x, 3x, or even 10x. So, that $3.65 coffee could generate a 70 cents, $1.05, or even $3.50 investment, respectively. This can significantly accelerate your investment growth over time. Another powerful tool is recurring investments. While the core of Acorns is based on spare change, you can also set up recurring daily, weekly, or monthly investments at a fixed dollar amount. Even a small recurring investment of $5 or $10 per week can make a big difference in the long run, especially when combined with your roundups. This helps to instill a consistent savings habit, regardless of your spending patterns. Acorns also offers a feature called Earn. This allows you to earn bonus investments when you shop with select partner brands. When you make a purchase through the Acorns app with a participating retailer, a percentage of your purchase price is invested directly into your Acorns account. It's like getting rewarded for your everyday spending with extra investment dollars. Beyond these core features, Acorns also provides educational resources to help you understand the basics of investing. Their blog and in-app content offer insights into personal finance, investment strategies, and market trends, all presented in an easy-to-understand way. This can be incredibly valuable for beginners who are just starting their investment journey. Now, let's address some potential questions and considerations. What about fees? Acorns does charge a monthly subscription fee. The exact amount can vary depending on the plan you choose, but it's typically a few dollars per month. It's important to factor this cost into your investment strategy to ensure that the potential returns outweigh the fees, especially when you're starting with small amounts. However, for many users, the convenience and automation that Acorns provides are well worth the small monthly fee. How liquid is my money? While investing is generally a long-term game, you can withdraw your money from your Acorns account if you need it. However, it's important to remember that investments can fluctuate in value, so you might not get back the exact amount you initially invested. It's generally advisable to only invest money that you don't need for immediate expenses. Is Acorns safe? Acorns employs security measures to protect your personal and financial information. They use encryption and other security protocols to safeguard your data. Additionally, your investments are typically held by a registered broker-dealer and are subject to regulatory oversight. Can spare change really make a difference? Absolutely. The power of compounding is a fundamental principle of investing. Compounding is essentially earning returns on your initial investment and then earning returns on those returns. Over time, even small, consistent investments can grow significantly thanks to the magic of compounding. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small but gathers momentum and size as it goes. Let's illustrate this with a simple example. Imagine you consistently invest an average of $30 per month through Acorns. This could be a combination of roundups and recurring investments. Over 20 years, assuming an average annual return of 7%, which is a historical average for the stock market, but not a guarantee, your initial investment of $7,200 could potentially grow to over $14,000 thanks to compounding. That's the power of consistently putting even small amounts of money to work. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.